Well, hello, everybody. John with you, otherwise known as Tiki Java to some of you. I'm here with my friend Markus.
Hi, everybody.
And we just finished watching the Miss Teen USA 2020 preliminaries in Memphis.
It was a great show, and I was really excited for these girls, and there were some definite standouts. We could all agree.
Or disagree.
Not everybody's a standout, but...
Well, listen, let me just preface this by saying the girls are all beautiful and they're all winners.
Everybody's a champion.
That's right.
And full of diversity.
Diversity, yes. And now, having said that, I will say we were really looking forward to seeing what the show itself was going to kind of be like, and with COVID and everything. And I think it looked great. I think the stage looked great, and the whole choreography and everything was good. I was happy.
I agree. For it to be a COVID pageant, they put it on well. I mean, the judges could have went without the mask, considering they had plexiglass in between each seat.
We did mention that. Yeah, you could have taken the mask off when the camera was on you and smiled.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Okay. It's COVID-19.
We judged a little bit differently before we get into the show. So I'll tell you what I did is I just wrote down all the states in alphabetical order because I'm a pageant freak and I can do that.
He's too smart for his own good.
I can do that really easily without even... So I just wrote down every state, and then every time they appeared, I either gave them a check or I didn't give them a check. So your maximum number of checks from me, meaning you were good to go for sure, was 3 checks. And how did you do this, Markus?
So what I did is I actually just wrote down the state that caught my eye, and then in the opening number, I put a star beside my standouts, and then following that, I did athletic wear and gown, and then added a check for each one that were standouts. So,
and now before we start talking about any of these girls, we have to be what's transparent. That's the word, transparent. And that we live in Hawaii, and both of us, I'm on the committee with the Miss Hawaii USA pageant, and Markus works with a lot of girls in Hawaii. So we are very biased. Okay, so just ignore
really
us when
biased.
We're talking about Hawaii because can't be.
She's wonderful. She looked great. The flower just representing our state like no other.
Yeah, she was so strong to me in every category. She's absolutely top 5. No question about it.
If she's not, then this is rigged.
That's right. Okay, so let's talk about some of our standouts to us or things that were interesting or worthy of comment.
Connecticut's high ponytail, right off the bat.
Yeah.
I thought it was fierce. And homage to Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Completely fierce. It went with everything from the opening number to the athletic wear to the evening gown. It was just supreme for me.
Yeah. California, really cute girl. I think we liked her. I think neither one of us were crazy about the gown.
Yeah, the gown was like meh, but very consistent, beautiful smile, like in great skin, like she's definitely a top contender, I would say.
I would think so too. Very clean cut looking, very nice. I think
very polished.
Very polished.
For you pageant people.
We were, let me see. I think, who would we say talk about maybe next? Georgia,
and she has a unique story and she was beautiful. However, I have to point out Kim Greenwood, she has Tennessee, Georgia, and Mississippi, and I do think Georgia gave us a little bit of 2018 Sophie Rovenstein vibe, and then so they catered to Georgia in that sense by putting her in the same dress and then like tall brunette sort of thing. But great story, beautiful and consistent as well.
Yes, she is hearing impaired, right? She's like lost most of her hearing.
But strong, and you would have never known that she was suffering from any type of disability, which...
I think we could talk a little bit about Illinois, who we liked.
Yes.
To a point,
Yeah, her evening gown was too heavy, is what we should say.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we both commented on that we liked her in the earlier presentations, and then the evening gown. I mean, not that we didn't like her, but I just felt like the gown was sort of heavy, bottom heavy somehow.
Very, yeah. Hawaii.
Yeah.
We can go back to Hawaii real
Well,
quick.
you know, yeah.
I mean, it's our state, but even outside of it being our state, she was a top contender. She was one of the first people that walked out on that stage that wasn't bouncy and really just gave us eye, camera, and action.
Yeah, we are not fans, either one of us, of this sort of overly bouncy teen fitness wear presentation thing that happens sometimes where people
Especially
are
when
like,
you're 18 and 19 years old.
like they're having epileptic seizures or something. It's just too much.
Something.
Something. I don't know. But yeah. We both also loved Louisiana.
So polished and elegant and then tall. Can we just talk about height?
Yeah. Yeah.
She looked like an Amazon queen.
She was strong all across the board. Loved her gown too.
I agree.
And just styling was on for her.
Really, really, really liked her. I think we should move on to Maryland with the natural beauty. Like, minimal everything. Hair wasn't too crazy big. Minimal makeup, great red gown, and she just was very refreshing to me.
Yeah, I think I know, like I had said, I think she's kind of natural looking, and she's sort of that kind of girl that when you went to high school, that would have just everybody thought was so pretty, and just naturally really pretty. I like
Probably wasn't liked in high school because of how pretty she was, but beautiful.
That's another story for another video. Michigan, we loved. Beautiful.
One of the most beautiful contestants in the teen competition, in my opinion. However, the train, we could have done without the train.
Yeah, but I give her props for going with a dark, I think it was navy.
Navy or black?
Navy or black. I couldn't
Black
quite
and
tell.
navy, it could have been both.
Could have been both,
I don't
but
know.
that's a very bold move for teen, and I really liked it. And she has such amazing eyes also.
She was just, to me, just one of the most beautiful
yeah.
contestants. So
Mississippi we liked. I know there was a little discussion previously about her.
COVID testing? I'm just
Her-
kidding.
I don't know, Rachel Doversall moment or something where she sort of like, I don't know, she became much, much darker all of a sudden with a spray tanning issue.
She's just committing to the look. That's
Yeah.
what it's called these
I mean,
days.
she
Committing
looked
to
good.
the look.
And I liked her gown was different too.
Fierce,
Nice.
very, they said that she loved fashion. You could definitely see that. And just another one of those tall girls that are just
Yeah.
walking on top of some of these other girls.
Nevada. Let's talk about Nevada for a minute.
Woo! Fierce. Give her that. But girl, I know she's everybody's favorite, but she needed to smile a little bit more for a teen competition.
Well, yeah, I'm on the fence about that, and I'm still on the fence pondering about this evening gown presentation because it was like she did come out. The physical fitness was great, whatever, but the evening gown, and it was very intentional. Obviously, she came out with sort of a sultry.
Yeah, she was definitely like selling to something over 18.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I was like, "Oh, please smile," and she did smile when she hit her mark. I was like, "Oh, good, thank you."
She did, and her gown was beautiful. Like probably the prettiest red gown in my opinion. But very, very great styling for Nevada teen.
Yeah, I thought I liked New Hampshire. She was so in every category. I just felt she was so sweet. She just seemed very pretty and very sweet. I liked that.
Yeah, I thought I had her down, but I guess she didn't make my list. Sorry, New Hampshire.
Whatever.
I mean, I like what I like, and I don't.
Yeah. Let's,
But everybody needs the nice card. So
right.
good
What
for
about
her.
what about New York?
New York. Every time I see her, all I see is a mini Doja Cat, and all I can think of is Say So. However, she was good. She was consistent. She gave me a very New York presence.
Yeah, I think
Here to do business.
yeah, at first I was not sure. The first couple times I mean, she grew on me. Like the first few times, I'm like, okay, all right, I don't know. She's not like wowing me or whatever, but I just thought, yeah, she's very consistent, very clean looking, which really can get you places. And I think it was an appropriate gown for her. It was a good choice. So, yeah, I was on board about that. Somebody we have to talk about.
I hope you're going to say what I'm going to say.
I'm going to talk about Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah, because
shocking, but wonderful.
wow, I did not see that coming, because if you saw her at the state pageant when she won Oregon Teen, I was like,
Watch your mouth.
okay, whatever. I mean, I wasn't there. I didn't see her interview. None of us saw these interviews. Maybe she's the most, inspiring, wonderful, exciting person in the world. I don't know. But I would just, when I looked at the pictures, I was like, I don't know what happened.
Her stage presence.
My God.
She commanded that stage, and she owned every moment. She enjoyed every single moment that she was putting one step forward.
I mean, I just thought
very, very
she was almost really the epitome of what you want a teen contestant to be like. I mean, just absolutely like age-appropriate choices on her outfits, and her gown was beautiful. She just looked, I mean, her styling, it was very...
They did great.
Teen without being like ridiculous or trying to be silly or whatever. It was just great. I loved her.
100% top contender. Right after that, I had Virginia, who strongest, in my opinion, stage presence of them all. She worked every angle. She had every pose. She was just very, very much, you're going to watch me tonight, and you are going to remember me tonight.
I mean, she commanded the stage absolutely from the get-go. And I also love that she's just so unusual looking. She doesn't look like anything like anybody else in the pageant. She has a very unique look.
If she doesn't win Miss Teen USA, she will go on and be somebody's model in magazines all over the world. I mean, watch and see.
Girl, that gown presentation was everything. It was
everything. She was like, I'm here to slay. Thank you. Goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow.
And I would like to throw in something about Wyoming, who I was so pleasantly surprised with. Every time I saw her, I loved her in every presentation. I just thought she's so clean. She's so teen. Very cute. I like her.
Wyoming was special, I think. And I wish I could see her interview so I would know a little bit more about her. But she, in every category, just possessed teen qualities throughout.
Yeah.
And I think she's a very strong contestant.
So we, between the two of us, we sort of combined our scoring on those contestants that had like checks or mentions across the board.
Yes.
From both of us. And there were 4 girls. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
I think so.
That we both had mentions in every category that we both liked very strongly across the board.
Yes.
And they are, why don't we?
Hawaii.
Well, duh. Okay, that was coming.
Hawaii, duh. But outside of bias, she was consistent, beautiful, and is going to be in the top 5.
I agree.
Maryland.
Yes.
Natural beauty can take you as far as you want it to. Remember that, Maryland. And Virginia.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, right?
For sure. And then Rhode Island.
Rhode Island, who is just classic beauty. We didn't even mention her
earlier, but yeah, we all
classic beauty, like just the elegance that this teen possessed on stage,
and also teen, like just. There are a lot of girls in this pageant, interesting, that were like 19. And I mean, I understand the rules and all that, but some of them were styled a little bit older looking. And
that was my problem this year. If I had to have one complaint about the teen competition, is that a lot of these girls, I'm like, you're doing more than what a teen would be doing. And so maybe they should, Miss Universe organization, you should maybe think about like cutting that off at 18. Because 19, you become an adult. Yeah, sometimes.
Really. So
depends on what you're doing.
All things told. All things told. So what's your then what would just be your off the cuff prediction then? Who would you pick to win right now?
To win or just my top 5?
Yeah,
I know we had to win. That's a really hard one, but
we're not going to say Hawaii because we would be, partial in that. So even though that's who we want to win and that's who we think is going to win, we're not going to say Hawaii. So we're going to pick somebody else.
I'm really in a toss-up between Michigan and Maryland. 100%. They both bring two different things to the table that, I just think are very hard to. Maryland has the human trafficking thing that she's passionate about, and I'm like, that's such a big thing, especially here in Hawaii, such a big thing. But then Michigan has undeniable beauty, and then just intelligence and just amazing. So I'm in a tie right now between Michigan and Maryland. But what about you?
Well, I have no problem or hesitation whatsoever saying Virginia.
Oh, I mean, I won't be surprised if Virginia takes it at all.
Unique. I mean, just unique,
very unique,
very confident.
If you had, that's the
beautifully
best
styled. She seems to have everything to me.
The thing that I think is her downfall is she presented much older than teen.
Well, yeah.
In the sense that she was so polished that she really just this is my stage.
Yeah.
She didn't play at all. She didn't come to play. She came for the crown.
But who knows? The teen pageant is
so unpredictable.
Sometimes very unpredictable, yeah. So who really knows what will happen? But
depends on what you're looking for.
But those are our thoughts. Post and contemporary libation. What are your thoughts? Please post them below. And let us know who you think's going to make it. It's going to happen tomorrow, so you don't have to wait very long to find out. But let us know. Okay?
Figure it out. Let us know. And then I think I'm going to be more accurate than you are. But that's just my opinion.
Dream on. But that's okay.
Okay.
We can all dream.
Bye.